What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Deep 3 Podcast. I'm your host, Donald Smoot. Got the homies Mojo99 and Isaac Gutierrez with me. We're previewing the Northwest Division today. We're going to get to your hot takes as usual, and we have a whole bunch of TikTok ideas that we're going to give you guys about.
And a whole bunch of Warriors drama to talk about. You can't forget that.
Oh, facts.
Oh, absolutely.
Facts. Cannot forget about the Draymond situation. But first,
got some right hooks to go over. Deeply analyze the footage.
Take us into what the people have been saying all week long.
For sure. Yeah, like always, we're going to do these hot takes to start the show. For this week's takes, first one we got, Bearcat says that if Tracy McGrady stayed healthy, he'd be a top 15 player all time.
Yeah.
That's an L take.
This is an L.
That's an L take.
Damn. Listen, no consideration?
No. Not really. Because even the years where Tracy was healthy, they weren't even making it out the first. Tracy McGrady's never been out the first round of the playoffs. So there's a lot of years where he didn't have an excuse and they didn't get the job done. So I like extrapolating that. That's too much if for me.
If he was healthy, would he be ranked higher than Carmelo Anthony?
I think so.
Probably.
Because I think his raw scoring numbers are much gaudier than Melo's. So he would probably get that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I forgot to do the hook again, like always. So I got a whole other list. I got another list of hot takes for you guys. Let me know if these are W takes or L takes. There we go. All right, take number 2. Logan says that Jaylen Brown is a top 20 player in the NBA.
It's a W take. Off the top of my head, it's a W take. Yeah, I'm going to say it's a W take.
Come on. It's an L take. What are we doing here?
You can name 20 players confidently, not double thinks that are better than Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
You can do that confidently.
Easy.
Do it right now. Both of you give me 10 right now. Give me 10.
Okay, well, I'm not going to do the top 10. Let's talk about who's 10 to 20 then. Let me pull up a list of NBA teams. We can eyeball it.
Pull up a list right now. I already know you're gonna say Rudy Gobert.
Listen. Just to get out the way, I'll rattle off the first top 10.
Yeah.
And if
Go
you go Giannis, Jokic, Steph, LeBron, KD, Embiid, Luka, and then what? Dame, Kawhi. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody.
Put Jason Tatum
Anthony
at 10.
Davis.
Tatum.
Okay. Oh, Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis.
Cool. That's 12 right there.
Jason Tatum, John Morant, Devin
Paul
Booker,
George, Trae Young,
Paul George, Trae Young.
Yeah.
I'm putting Rudy Gobert.
Fuck. Hell no.
I think that's pretty easy. Who else we got? I'm looking at the list of players. Donovan Mitchell's better than Jaylen Brown.
Mm-hmm. Now there's
Jimmy
2
Butler.
more.
Oh, I can easily give you 2 more. Kyrie Irving.
Yep.
Is he really?
Yes.
What the fuck are we doing here? Yes.
What has Kyrie done for me over the past 2 years, bro?
I'm not entertaining this.
You don't have to entertain it.
James Harden.
Boom. 20.
Donovan. You agreed out of all people. You agree to that?
Yeah, I think
Zion Williamson.
I think James Harden is better than Jaylen Brown. I don't think that's a hot take.
Wow. Okay.
Karl Anthony Towns.
I like Jaylen Brown better than Karl Anthony Towns. Personally.
Okay.
I'm not gonna argue that to death.
That's a personal preference. That's more preference than fact.
Yeah, and we can keep going. We can say names like Pascal Siakam.
Oh my God.
We can keep going. Well, I'm thinking Pascal Siakam is probably better than Jaylen Brown. He was all NBA. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, you're hating. You're hating here.
I'm not hating, bro.
It's okay.
The Atlanta in me, bro.
I'll take.
Okay.
What's next?
Last one. Ethan says if Steph wins another ring, he's going to be in the GOAT conversation.
I don't think so. Just because. I'll say I'll take for that because he's never been better than LeBron, and like their careers have a very good overlap, like a very good chunk of Steph's career overlaps in LeBron's prime, and he was never better than him. So I don't think we can like look back and say that Steph was a better player.
Getting to GOAT is tough.
Yeah, a lot of people are gonna attack you for saying that, Donovan, and argue that 2016 blah blah, which is very viable, but I definitely agree with you. And he hasn't been better than LeBron, and he hasn't even been in the same conversation as MJ when it comes to just the greatest player period once in his life. So that's just a L, lowercase L though.
Yeah,
he's not going to get to the GOAT convo. That's incredibly hard, but I think he'll firmly be in top 5 combos. Like you could easily say, a lot of people are going to say he passed Magic Johnson if he wins one more.
Yeah,
that's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah, which I think is still incredible if he manages to do it. But GOAT combo, he has to rattle off like a 3P or something crazy in the second half of his career.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's all the hot takes I got for today. So
what?
we can
That's
talk about whatever. Yeah, I only got 3. We only going to do 3 today.
We got some stuff to get to. We
Right.
definitely have the spice to get to today.
Oh, I forget.
Listen.
We got to talk about the drama. Everybody knows about by now. We're like a week late, but Draymond Green punched the fuck out of Jordan Poole, and all hell's breaking loose in that organization.
I'm ready.
He has the Golden State Warrior shirt. You're nasty.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
You're nasty.
Yeah.
Listen, first off, we all agreed, right? Like Jordan Poole did absolutely nothing wrong. He did not deserve that. And Draymond.
Yeah, I feel like the baseline standard for this conversation is that Draymond Green should not punch his teammates. That's something we can all agree on.
Yeah. Initially, everyone was wondering, yo, what the hell did this man Jordan Poole say? And then there were rumors about him talking about money and how it was a whole bunch of fake ball sack.
That clutch media storm was nasty.
Yeah, exactly. It was a whole bunch of that going on. And I feel like once the actual tape came out, it was an outrageous reaction. It was an outrageous reaction. It was way worse than any of us actually could have thought. He literally damn near, I would say, knocked him out cold, full
bro, that
force.
Was a Superman
all
punch.
of his body weight.
Absolutely,
bro.
His
punched him in the next week.
He
punched him out of his shoes.
He got him. Yeah. He got him good.
Yeah. But I mean, so we can obviously laugh and talk about the insane scenario what this is ad nauseum. But I feel like the interesting part for us to talk about is what the ramifications of this are for the Warriors dynasty and for their team building going forward. Because as you guys know, Draymond Green wanted a bag. He was asking for a 4-year max, and it was reported that they really weren't trying to give him that shit. It seems like now this might be the catalyst that makes him kind of have an excuse to not give it to him at all and let him walk.
Yeah, he's for sure not. He's not getting a max. I think that's done. I think I don't know if the Warriors are gonna go as far as to say we don't need Draymond anymore, and to where they're gonna expedite the process of getting him out of there. But
yeah,
listen, the phones are ringing. I think that they're having serious conversations, and they
because if you're Jordan Poole, how do you continue to be a teammate with him? How do you just get over that?
Yeah, you can't.
Well, it's okay. I mean,
you can.
If the video wasn't released, I think it would be okay. But now that we've all seen him get slept, it's a completely different dynamic. And you just can't look at them together. If either one of them throughout the season are sitting together on the bench, that's going to be the topic of conversation. And it's not going to be able to like that. You can't live that down. So Draymond is Jordan for sure Poole. On his way.
We know where his values lie. The baddies saw him get knocked out by Draymond Green. Backpack jump shot, man. He can't come back from this.
Do you know how many hoes he must have lost off of that, bro? That is the... Dude, he is in now, this is the great recession for him right now, bro. Dead ass. This is disgusting. I feel so bad for JP. This is his whole brand.
This is Jordan Poole's 9/11.
Exactly.
That's crazy, though. That really, I watched that clip 30 times straight, just looking at it, it's damn, every time. Yeah. It's crazy.
It's nuts. But yeah, obviously we'll see how he personally handles this. I think that's kind of what all it comes down to. If he's willing to be the bigger person and let the team come before his personal hatred he probably has for Draymond now, then maybe they can get out of this. But it won't be shocking if this is the thing that kind of makes the core crumble. Because I think we've all seen tweets about it during the aftermath. Every dynasty comes to this point where something makes it so they fall apart. Usually they don't just wither out and lose. Something makes them crumble. Mm-hmm. This might be that for them.
Yeah,
I think so as well. Honestly, I think Clay might low-key be happy about this just because Clay's decline was kind of hey, this core, it's not really like that. And then Draymond goes in and does what he does, and Clay's hey, but I'm still here, I'm still kicking it, I'm doing the right thing.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say Klay Thompson is not happy to see Jordan Poole punched in the face.
Yeah, no, you're crazy for that, Donovan.
That's funny. That's what you mean.
You're crazy for that. But now this poses a bigger question, what is next for Draymond Green? Could this be a TikTok time, Isaac? Let me know, and I got that intro rip.
Yeah, maybe, because we're saying, they don't want to pay him, and this seems like a good reason to just not pay him at all. So do you guys see a circumstance where he leaves to another team?
It depends on what team you're talking about. And off the top of my head, there's only one team.
No, so it won't be this season. So like you're saying, Mohammed. Obviously, he wants to be a Laker, which is like the clutch ties is like clear, but it definitely won't be this season. So I think what we're talking about as a realistic scenario would be them letting him walk in free agency next year.
Yeah,
he opts out because he's probably not going to opt in because even if the Warriors don't want to pay him, somebody's going to give him a multi-year deal just for like the leadership aspect to bring him to the young team. So if he opts out next year and the Warriors are like kick rocks, does he sign somewhere else?
Yeah. And if he were to. Yeah, what's your question?
So he's been volatile his entire career. I think everybody's understood that, like, hey, he's able to be like that because the Warriors have been this dynasty. But if he goes to, like, a young team, let's just throw, like, Charlotte, right? And they're not, like, if he goes to Charlotte and they're in the play-in.
I bet he won't slap Terry Rozier like that. All them Charlotte boys are delinquents. They are with it for real. They're not going out like JP.
That's exactly my point is that how much value does that volatility come with if 1 year play is also declining and now you're the guy who's known for punching the young dude and you're supposed to be the championship vet that's leading everybody in the right direction. That's your one thing is that you are the leader and you just punch this young dude. Why would I bring you to my young team that doesn't have the right infrastructure?
Yeah, that's a good conversation to have because for the Warriors, Draymond is incredibly valuable. Like, he's half of their system. Steph is the way their offense goes and the catalyst for that, and Draymond is the engine for the defense. They can't do one without the other. But they also let him run around like he's Pac because he knows this. And he just behaves in outlandish fashion, calls out the ownership and media, does all this crazy shit that just would not fly with another team because his on-court value isn't going to be as high for another team that isn't in that perfect system for him.
Yeah.
So I guess this gets to the TikTok type of conversation we can talk about is which team do you want to see Draymond Green play for if he ends up leaving the Warriors?
Oh, you're so in your bag, bro. Off the top of the rip, like you said earlier, the only teams that will work for him is a team that have if not a similar system, similar players like Steph who have that long range. And off the top of the head, that's Trae Young, the Atlanta Hawks, and also Damian Lillard.
So the Trailblazers, the Hawks. I can see those two. I mean, the obvious one is the Lakers. Seeing him next to LeBron and AD would be cool defensively, but I don't know if the offensive fit is really great. You need two really high-level shooters next to them. Yeah. Kendrick Nunn's not spacing the floor that much.
Oh, my God. Could you imagine Patrick Beverly, Russ, and Draymond on the same team?
Oh, no, Russ would have to be out here in the circumstance.
Yeah, he won't be there, but oh, my God. Yeah, my head would explode.
My favorite fit would probably be the Nuggets. I think him next to Jokic is like such a natural fit. Like he can do all the things that Jokic isn't necessarily so great as a defender. Like it's the perfect fit. Have those two as the passers in your front court. Like there's a lot of shit to be creative with there.
And then Jamal and MPJ as your two. Oh, that would be beautiful. I probably like those better than my two suggestions.
How would y'all feel about Draymond on the Bulls?
Disgusting.
Fucking indifferent. I don't know. Nothing about Draymond and DeMar DeRozan as a duo tantalizes me.
Yeah, that's why it's so hard to put Draymond really anywhere, bro. You have to have elite level shooters, some of the best top 22. You have to at least have one top 20 shooter in the NBA.
Would y'all want to see him with Luka
like the Nuggets have
on the Mavs? Maybe he could help break up that really heliocentric style they play. He could be that safety valve and provide some secondary playmaking.
I like that.
I think that would be good. I think that honestly might be in my top 3 for places I would want to see him go. I really like your pick with the Nuggets because again that fit with him and Jokic is crazy. And then I think if it's just him and Dame, that might be like a very very interesting.
It's a mid fit.
Yeah, I think that would be the best initial fit. So I would say Portland, Denver, and Dallas would be my top 3 spots for him.
Yeah, I think I agree.
Yeah.
Or would him on the Suns be interesting?
It depends what the Suns look like in a year. The Suns have too many roster questions. Yeah. I have no idea what they're gonna look like.
I'm surprised you guys don't like him that much on the Hawks. That really surprised me right there.
I mean, you like everybody in the Hawks. What do you want me to say?
No, I do not. I do not like everybody on the Hawks.
You just want players.
I don't dislike him on the Hawks. I mean, that'd be cool, I guess. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I'd rather have him than John Collins on that team. Just
no, yeah,
fit-wise.
most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. I probably wouldn't do it simply because of longevity purposes, and I don't know if giving that up for
and
2-3 years of
I
Draymond
think
is worth
DeJounte Murray probably gives them what Draymond would give them offensively. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they already have those two playmakers. I think the effectiveness of Draymond's playmaking in the pick and roll and in transition would kind of be lost on that team, or have so much usage is going to be in those two guys' hands.
Yeah.
Like, Draymond doesn't thrive in a heavy pick and roll team like they are. He thrives in the, off-ball movement, setting screens, being able to break defenses down with cuts and whatnot. Like, the Hawks are kind of the antithesis of that.
Gotcha. Good analysis.
That's
cool.
Okay. All right. So we figured out exactly where Draymond needs to go. We mentioned the Blazers as a potential spot, and now we're gonna segue right into our Northwest division, which is where the Blazers play. And
look at that.
I know.
Best in the biz.
Look at that. So we're gonna start with Portland, right? So Dame's back this year. He's healthy. They got Jeremy Grant over in there. Anthony Simons is going to be the guy that's kind of like full-time going to replace CJ McCollum in that backcourt. What are your expectations? And Mo, I'm going to start with you. What are your expectations for Portland this year?
Can you start with me? I just got one word.
Go ahead.
Mid.
Yeah, exactly. They are a better team. They improve from last year, but like comparing to what they have been known to be over the last few years, over the last 6, 7, 8 years, or whatever the case may be, they're like not the definition of mid. That's like a team like the Washington Wizards or something like that. But I think they're okay. They're good. They're probably going to be a playoff team, maybe an 8 seed. They're definitely going to be in the play-in. But I don't see anything too special happening.
Are they definitely going to be the play-in?
Okay, that's tough.
I think so. Okay.
You're saying they're not the Wizards. I think they are the Wizards West. I think Damian Lillard is Bradley Beal. Anthony Simons is Kristaps Porzingis. Jeremy Grant is Kyle Kuzma. Monty Morris is Josh Hart. Like, these are all the same level players. Like,
no, they're not. Damian Lillard is levels ahead of Bradley Beal. They're not the same. You're so disrespectful for that.
No, of course, Lillard's.
You should get slander for that in the comments, by the way.
Obviously, I think Lillard is much better than Beal.
He's trying to force hate on you.
Absolutely.
What I mean is, as one star with a bunch of above average, but not the highest of level role players, but like pretty good. It's the same type of shit.
I will say I think that they are mid
in a harder conference. I like that.
I think the Blazers are mid plus. I think we should give them just a little bit more credit because they've only since Dame has been there, they've had 2 years under 500, and one of them was last season when Dame was hurt, and the other one was the COVID year. They finished 35 and 39. Every other year they're over 500 by a pretty good margin. So I think like if Dame is there and he's healthy for a majority of the season, there's a floor that's a little bit higher than barely making the play in. Like I think they'll be 8 or 9. I think they'll be in that range, but their record is probably going to be closer to, I'll say 7 than 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm joking a little bit calling them the Wizards West. Like they're not actually that bad. Like you said, Lillard is like a top. We talk about Steph as like a top 5 offense on his own, but like that's realistically what Lillard's been. I think it was the Low Post I was listening to the other day. And for literally his entire career, when he's on the court, his team has played at a top 5 offense level. Obviously, when he sits down, that's not the case because they have shitty backups behind him. But he brings you to that level. So, like you said, the floor is pretty high. But I think we're also underestimating how many teams are in that 8 to 10 range. Like, it wouldn't be super shocking if they were 11th.
It wouldn't shock me. If they were 11th, that must have been like, hey, yo, some cataclysmic injury must have happened. James O'Donnell must have got at him, bro. But just as like pivot, if I'm being completely honest, I hate talking about Damian Lillard and the Portland Trailblazers because they're both literally doing disservices to themselves. Dame should just go somewhere else and go do some other shit. Be productive. Be a productive NBA player. Do something else that's actually that's actually going to advance your career, bro. And as for the Blazers, you could have been in the Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes, and you're just wasting your time trying to run it back with Jeremy Grant and Josh Hart, who are nice additions, but bro, let's be real, they ain't moving the needle.
Yeah, for sure. I think for the Blazers, I think for them, they can't trade Dame until he asks for it. I think it's a very, very bad look if you have a guy, if you have like a top 10 player in the league on your squad who's just like, I would die for Portland, and like you can't trade him, out of nowhere. So like that kind of hurts them in the Vic sweepstakes. I will say, Isaac, to your point, I would be shocked if they were the 11th seed. I would be shocked if they weren't at least in the play-in, because there's two teams from last season that were in the playoffs in the play-in, and that's Utah and San Antonio that are going to be nowhere near that they're going to be nowhere near the playoffs. I'm expecting Los Angeles to jump in there, and I'm expecting Portland to jump out of there, and so then the bottom 5 will probably end up being Utah, San Antonio, Sacramento, OKC, Houston, and so.
But you could easily see a world where Sacramento's in that competition as well. No, they're trying to be competent. Like, okay, I know you fucking hate Sacramento, but they're going to be in the 9, 10, 11 range. Like, realistically, that's where they're going to be. They're going to be a solid team.
Listen, okay. I will take your word on Sacramento. I'm not going to put any stock into them. But, I would be shocked, though, if Portland didn't
I agree.
The play.
Big picture, they're obviously in that range, but like we alluded to, they changed up the roster so much from last year, which we haven't really dove into yet. Let's talk about the fit with these different players. Obviously, this is a headline by Anthony Simons kind of like finally blossoming into the role that he's been kind of like groomed into being, which is like the second guard next to Lillard. What do you think the ceiling is with that duo compared to the ceiling with CJ?
Literally the exact same, if not worse, to me. If not worse.
Worse?
Why worse?
I don't know if I can say the exact. It's so different. You know what I mean? Like, they're such completely different players. Like, CJ thrives off ball. He's a great shooter. Come off screens. Like, he really complemented Lillard well, even though, like, they're both small guards. I feel like Simon's play style is closer to Lillard's than it is to CJ.
Mm-hmm. Why you say worse, Mo?
Just because of what Isaac just said. Like, I don't see that true ability to be a complement and to cater to what Lillard cannot do or does not do as high of a level as his counterpart. That's why.
But I'm not even saying that, though.
Ceiling for it.
I'm saying their play styles are so different, but we could also argue that even though the play styles are less like clear of a fit, Simons can do those things. He's a great shooter. He could play off ball. He could run off screens. Like, just because we haven't seen him do it doesn't mean he can't. And with his size and like just like raw talent, maybe he has a higher ceiling than CJ as an individual player. Would you be shocked if he eventually like blossomed to an all-star level player?
If he can be an all-star, I expect him to be around the same range as an all-star CJ McCollum. I would be shocked. I definitely would be shocked if he was an all-star.
Okay. I mean, he won't be an all-star this year, obviously, but like, what I'm asking is, what do you think he can develop into long-term? I'm not long-term, like within the next few years that's relevant to Dame's prime.
Borderline all-star, damn near all-star. He might get one all-star later in his career when he's 28, 29 or something like that. But that may be a gimme because he's just been so damn good over an X amount of years and he's never got that recognition. Sounds like Donovan is a little high on him.
I mean, I'm very curious about what's gonna happen. I'm looking at his
I'm intrigued,
right now, and it's very like, it's crazy. He's 22 years old. He's so young, and he's coming off a season where he averaged 17 points a game. Didn't even play 30 minutes a game, even though that there was nobody on that team. So I think like you put 6 more minutes out there for him, and he might be able to be a 20-point per game scorer.
Yeah, let's look at his stats in the last like 30 games a year. I know he was on a fucking wrong phrase. He was going fucking crazy in the second half of the season before he got hurt. Let's see. In the last 35 games, actually he wasn't starting all those. Let's filter by just the ones he started. He became a starter on January 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you go from there until when he got hurt on the 5th of March, that's 27 games. He shot 45% from the field with 10 threes a game at 42% from three. So already, that's pretty fucking good. Yeah. 23 points, 5.8 assists, and 2.7 rebounds. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think the biggest question is, now that Dame is going to be back and he's going to have the ball in his hands a majority of the time rather than Simons, how is he going to be able to be, that complementary guard? And
exactly.
And for Portland, like, are they gonna kind of stagger them a little bit and give Simons you give Simons more of the reins and say, okay, go do what you did last year, run the second unit, and now you have your time to cook. And so that's gonna be the key.
If their starting lineup is Lillard, Simons, let's say Josh Hart wins the 3 spot, Jeremy Grant, Nurkic, we're gonna see a lot of lineups with their backup 5 in. Can't remember who that's gonna be. And then with Lillard off the floor and Little in there. So we have Simons at point, Hart, Little, Grant, backup 5. And that's going to be a pretty good lineup to eat up benches. Like, Simons definitely has the ability to be like, if he's playing in that pseudo role as a backup point guard, he can be among the league best at that role.
Yeah, backup center is probably going to be Drew Eubanks.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about him.
Yeah, so that's going to be...
San Antonio's own.
Yeah, that's gonna be the guy for the Blazers this year at the back of 5. Well, all right. Well, so I guess we can agree like mid plus.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm also
mid-plus.
so to give them some credit for like the way they built this team is so different from previous years. I do like the kind of like tandem of wings they have with Hart, Little, Grant, like surrounding your 2-star, star and a half ball handlers with these long wings who can like they're athletic, can play defense, run the break. I do like the idea of that. Like they can be a lot faster, more athletic of a team than they were in the past.
Definitely agree. This is probably the best fit team that Damian Lillard has ever had.
I don't know about that. They had some pretty good teams. But
really? I forgot about the Mo Harkless and Al-Farouq Aminus of the world.
Yeah. They were like they made a Western Conference Finals. They were nice before.
That pause is loud. Completely forgot about Maurice Harkless. How could I disrespect? Someone signed that man.
Yeah, they had Wesley Matthews when he was good.
Yeah, completely forgot about that.
All right, who's next?
But to your point, they are an interesting fit. I was not trying to say they're not.
Who's
the next team
on the list?
So next up, let's talk about the Jazz. It's going to be a brief ass conversation, but let's get the Jazz talk out of the way.
Wake me up when you're done.
They were obviously the kind of rundown for the Jazz was they were among the league's best teams in the regular season and kind of like running into the wall over and over again and just not being able to beat the league's top teams. They trade Rudy Gobert. They some reason trade Donovan Mitchell, and they're fully committing to the rebuild, which we all wanted them to do. So where do we go from here? They have 1 million picks. They have really no interesting young players unless you want to throw Colin Sexton in there. What are you looking for when you watch the Jazz this year?
If I'm watching the Jazz, I expect someone like Colin Sexton and especially Lauri Markkanen, who was drafted in 2017, to go absolutely bonkers. This is Lauri's like literally his last chance at any hint or any type crumble of like any sort of stardom in the entire NBA, bro. He's
stardom,
not getting
that ship sailed.
I want to say when I say stardom, like a B+, B- type player in the NBA. Just an actual good player.
So an NBA player.
Yeah. No, not an NBA player. I think he's still going to have.
No, I see what you mean. This is his last chance to be relevant and kind of solidify himself as like a player that you should pay attention to.
Exactly. And if he's going to improve his game and really work and really like put up numbers, this is literally the best spot for him in the entire NBA, bro. So that's what I think of that. And I know Colin Sexton's going to ball out.
We don't even really need to waste time talking about their on-court product because like they're completely rebuilding. They have Jared Vanderbilt, Walker Kessler, and some other loose parts. That the interesting part to talk about is what they're going to do in terms of trades. They have some interesting veterans that are obviously going to be on the move, and plus they're going to be looking to like take on somebody like Russell Westbrook to gain more assets. What do you want to see them do with all their different moving parts that can go in a million different directions?
The only thing, and this ties in with the young guys, and this ties in with their old guys. I'm just looking to see who's going to ball out because who's going to get traded for first-round draft picks.
Exactly.
That should be the only thing on the Jazz's mind right now. Because
so let's do this then. Okay. Let's list their players, and you tell me if you think they're going to get a first-round pick or if they deserve a first-round pick for them.
Okay.
Jordan Clarkson.
First.
Yes.
Former 6 man of the year, absolute first. Automatic first.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, which team, though? So this is a team like the Bucks doesn't give them like a late first, something like that? Like,
it has to be a contender. Has to be a contender.
Mike Conley, did they get a first for him?
No. Too old.
No.
Too old.
That contract, he makes a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, too old in that contract. It's a bitch to go ahead and match, bro. It's going to be really hard to match that contract.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't even know where he'd get moved to. Like, I guess potentially a Russell Westbrook dump. They would send him to Lakers, but like, I don't think they're jazzed to have him.
Yeah, that would make sense.
No pun intended.
That would make sense, but that's not. Yeah, definitely not a first for him.
Okay, they already traded Bojan. Malik Beasley, they have him right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'd give him a first. I don't know if I'd give up a first for him.
I certainly wouldn't.
I would also not give up a first for Malik Beasley.
Yeah. Was that man in jail a couple years ago or last year? I'm good.
And then
yeah, I mean they have Jared Vanderbilt, but they're probably not going to trade him. They're probably going to view him as like part of the future young core they build.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the only other two people would be if you want Rudy Gay or if you want Kelly Olynyk.
Yeah, no.
Kelly Olynyk is interesting. Rudy Gay is not, but I think Kelly Olynyk. I don't think a contender should trade for him, but like a middling team that needs like solid bench depth can really get better with him. He's like surprisingly good. Like he's underrated. He gets hurt a lot, and like he's been on the Pistons, so nobody gives a fuck. But like he's actually pretty nice.
That's
good
for Kelly.
Yeah. Outside of that,
backup 5.
Like if I'm the Jazz, outside of trading players, I'm gonna be looking forward to who the hell is gonna be sticking around. Who's gonna do something interesting, even in the slightest, to make me want to be like, okay, I'm keeping this dude for the long haul, and he's gonna be like literally low risk, high reward, a Lou Dort type of beat.
Jared Vanderbilt. That's the name you're gonna. Everyone's gonna know Jared Vanderbilt's name by the end of this year.
I hope so.
Yeah.
He was thrown into the trade, and he's kind of an afterthought because the big part of the Rudy Gobert trade was like 4 first-round picks and Walker Kessler making it basically 5 first-round picks. But Jared Vanderbilt was like legitimately like a borderline all-NBA level defender last year. Like he's that level of versatile and impactful as a help defender and on ball. He's gonna make some noise.
I think for the Jazz, like they really just have to set them up for picks, because in the event that you do not get the number 1 pick, there's still a rebuild that has to happen. So you still have to do it like in the right way. So right now, this is like high school varsity. We're just running 5-on-5 scrimmage. We're gonna see who's gonna make the team. Like that's really
yeah. It's always interesting on the first year of rebuild like this before they make a single high draft pick, because you're like, well, damn, we'd all just know that nothing interesting is gonna happen on the court this year. We're just waiting to see if they get Scoot Henderson or Victor or what. Like, so really nothing to talk about. I think that should just say that we should move on to the next team.
Yeah, I was yawning, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Listen, we gave him 5 to 10 minutes. Like, what are we gonna do?
Right.
Every team does. Give Jazz fans a little bit of a bone after how much we shit on them.
All right, cool. I want to talk about the Denver Nuggets next. I want to talk about the Denver Nuggets. Because,
tell me your read on the Denver Nuggets off top.
Off top, I think they are low key NBA Finals contenders. I think that
it's not low key.
I think that they can listen. They can do it. And now that Jamal's healthy and PJ's back, they might be getting slept on in the West because the Clippers are here, because the Warriors are trying to go back to back. But I would put the Nuggets at 3, and honestly, I might put them at 2 over the Clippers. Like they're nice.
Oof. They're definitely in that
nice.
combo. They're definitively in the top tier. Where you place them in the top tier is up for debate. But Jokic has some help finally, and he's going to shut people up because, like, I'm sure we all know there's been this annoying narrative that, like, apparently Jokic just, like, can't win or something because his teammates have been hurt, even though he was in the Western Conference Finals last time they were healthy.
Stupidest shit I ever heard in my life.
Yeah, I digress. He has help now, and they're going to be lethal if they stay healthy. We saw them before they got hurt 2 years ago in that, like, 10 game where they had Aaron Gordon with that core. They were looking unbeatable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. I'm really loving the look of this team. This is the best team that Jokic has ever had. Everyone's healthy finally, and also the pieces just fit so perfectly together. Mm-hmm. Of course, Jamal's there. The addition of KCP is literally seamless. They got Aaron Gordon last year. Fucking seamless fit, bro. MPJ is back, and then off of the bench, they drafted a rookie last year. Bones Highland, he is so filthy. So filthy. He's a great fit off the bench as well. He's an automatic bucket. And if Jamal Murray's out of the game or MPJ's out of the game, there's your next like big man point guard, or guard play duo that he usually likes to run. I love this team from every angle, bro.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you brought up KCP. Like that's such a nice addition for them. Like obviously it hurts. Like I know internally as a team in the front office they love Monte Morris. But like you said, they have Bones Highland now to kind of like grow into that backup point guard role. Yeah. Being able to kind of trade that redundancy you had in positions for having 2 backup points to get a 3-and-D wing as high level as KCP in his role. Like how can you not love that for that team that's already so well stacked from top to bottom?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think one of the big things is how long is it going to take Jamal Murray to get back to being Jamal Murray? Like he's looked pretty solid in the preseason, but obviously like you come off of an ACL, you haven't played basketball in over a year. Like that's gonna take you. It's gonna take you some time. So even though that I think that they're a top 3 team in the West, I'm not sure if they're gonna finish a top 3 seed. Because just again, like, cause you have to kind of fit in him, MPJ, KCP. There's a lot of meshing that has to go in. So like it wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me if they ended up like 4th or 5th. But I would definitely like if they did finish down there. I wouldn't bat an eye and be like, oh, I don't trust this team anymore.
I see what you mean, but I think when we do our predictions episode next week, I'm going to predict them to be a top 3 seed pretty easily. Obviously, it's going to take some time to shake off the rust, like you said, but when you have Jokic, it gives you such a high floor that like you don't need a whole lot from Jamal Murray to win games. Like, what did they win last year? 48 games with, or 46 with just
48.
Jokic? Yeah, they want 48 with just Jokic. Like,
Wow,
I think even with a shaky Murray to start, they're still going to get to 54 pretty easily, in my opinion.
What did they win the year prior?
It was like 52 or something.
Okay, so the year prior was actually the COVID year, and they won. Well, the year after the bubble, and they won 47, and so that was a 71. That was a 71 game season, 72 game season. They had a 653 win percentage. Last season, they had let me check this again. Last season, they had a 585 win percentage. And so
so they were on 55 win pace.
Yeah,
crazy.
So 683 last season would have put them at the exact same record as the Memphis Grizzlies and the number 2 seed in the West.
Fucking nuts, bro.
Yeah. And now they have KCP.
Yeah,
now they have Aaron Gordon for a full year.
They're here. They're here.
My thing about them, though, in order for them to, like, the whole seeding thing, I think they're going to be top 3 easily. And for some reason, people like me forget about them all the fucking time. Why? I don't know. But Jamal Murray, in order for, like, me to say, like, yo, the Nuggets are going to win the championship, they're my championship favorites, my favorites to make it out the West, like, he needs to be him. He needs to be on par with not with what he did during the bubble, because that's like God tier type stuff. But he needs to be a step or two below that, bro. He needs to be the clear cut second option. I don't need to see any rust, any real rust, or anything like that, or any like moments that tell me like, yo, they need another second option. I think he is that. I just need some more confirmation.
I don't feel as like serious about that as you do. Like, I feel like we're talking about with Jokic being the best offensive player in the NBA right now, like being the level he's at, I think whatever they get from him, they're going to be fine. Like, they have so much time before the playoffs comes. Like, what you're saying is correct if they're going to like win the finals type shit. But like, if it takes rust, like they have so much time. I'm really not worried about them in any capacity.
Also, before he got hurt, the year prior, he was having a career season. Like he averaged the most points of his career. He was more efficient than he ever was. Like, he had his best 3-point shooting season of his career. So like, it's honestly the question is like, was that year an outlier or was that
hell no?
Listen. He became a 40% 3-point shooter in year 5. The 3 years prior, he was at 33, 37, 36, 34. So like, some percentage points lower.
Yeah. And
he jumps up to 40. If you have a year off from an ACL injury, are you going to go back to that 30, 36, 37, which is really good, but it's a whole different animal when you're a 40% 3-point shooter. So like that's that's what I want to see.
Let's say Jamal isn't the same and then he's 75% what he once was and he's still a good player, but he's not as we hoped he could be before he got hurt. How does that affect your outlook of the team?
I think Western Conference Finals. If he's not, I agree with Mo in that if they're gonna win the finals, he needs to be like great, right? You have to have 2 great guys on your squad if you're gonna win it all. If he's just gonna be like really really good on that borderline, they might be able to get caught by the Warriors. The Clippers can jump in there and get him. All these other teams, exactly. But that's what I think he's gonna be the differentiator. He's the ceiling booster that we already talked about Jokic and just how much of a floor raiser that he is.
Yeah.
So he's the ceiling raiser for them.
Yeah.
That's fair. I feel like we're not talking about MPJ at all. Do y'all have like an opinion about him? Like he's clearly like
he's good when he's healthy, but I don't know if he's going to be healthy. Like that's the thing. Like, that's really all I can say.
That's a big question mark. We're talking about like as if I just thought about like that's a big question mark. Clearly like his chronic back issues are as chronic as they've ever fucking been. So like, are we worried about that?
No, because I think that the Nuggets I think they can survive with just Murray and Jokic as their main 2 offensive stars, and even if their tertiary offensive option comes from KCP being a great shooter, I think they'll be okay.
Yeah. Plus, really, I think Aaron Gordon's like the safety blanket for that now.
Yeah. So
yeah, I would agree.
So
with that.
I'm not too worried about who their third scorer is going to be. I really just need Jamal to step up and be that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as long as Jamal can be that guy, you have no worries. That's another reason why I was like, I need some confirmation that Jamal is going to continuously be him.
I think we're underrating the element that MPJ brings to that team, though. Like, I think we got to view him as if he's like the Tyreek Hill to Jokic's Pat Mahomes. Like, he's that weapon that Jokic is able to just like dime up this big shooter who can catch the ball and shoot over anybody, an elite cutter who can finish over a lot of people because of size. Like using him as that type of, like I said, a weapon really like elevates your offense to like the level where they could be like the undisputed finals favorite if everything breaks right. And I think really without him, like
comparison,
they would need Jamal Murray to be amazing to hit that level without MPJ.
See, I like that comparison, but I put Jamal Murray in that conversation, that Tyreek Hill spot instead of MPJ. I don't know. I feel like MPJ is just more complimentary. He just like
for sure. I think it's just like he's like the ultimate ceiling raiser. Like Jamal Murray is like the realistic ceiling raiser where he decides where they go. But like if they want to hit that pinnacle, they need him.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Okay. That's fair.
But I mean, I think we pretty much agree with everything with the Nuggets. Like they're like that. They're a top tier contender. The floor is super high. The ceiling is even higher. Like
shout out to
they're
Zeke
a premier
and
team.
Yeah,
I forgot about him.
Now.
Yeah. Some rumors he might get that back for 5 spot. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Love to see that. Who's next?
All right. So I want to end with Minnesota. So I want to get to OKC right now because I think that this could also be kind of another like short conversation. They're a little bit more interesting than the Jazz because they have some players.
Because everybody is.
But well,
this is why they don't like you, Isaac.
you know what I'm saying. But they are obviously with Chet now out for the season, back into the Victor sweepstakes, and they're gonna be tanking. What are you trying to see out of OKC this year?
I want to see Shai Gilgeous-Alexander play for a full season. I want to see him not be robbed of the prime years of his career and be able to develop without being sidelined over like shin splints or some fake shit just so they can tank. I don't even care if they tank everybody else. Let Shai play.
I got some bad news for you.
Don't even let me know.
That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
Oh, I know.
Everybody for the last week, after everybody saw Victor play, is like, listen, this is the future of basketball. He's already in potential GOAT conversations if everything goes right. Like, we are going to see the most atrocious tank wars that we've ever seen, especially because Scoot is at 2. Even if you miss out on Victor, you're still getting a great prospect in Scoot. And look, Vic said it, which was also one of the hardest lines that I've ever heard, where he said, yeah, if I wasn't born, he'd be the number 1 pick in the draft. I think
Bars.
I think that's insane. That's insanely cool from Victor to say.
So I got a question for y'all. Let's be fucking for real. If I'm OKC, you got like, I don't know, the 14, 30, 20, I don't know how many first round picks, but you got a lot more than damn near everyone else except for maybe the Utah Jazz. How many picks will a team like just eventually cave and fold to, bro? Because they got it. You don't have all these picks for absolutely no reason. If I'm OKC, bro, I don't care how many games that I lose. I'm gonna try to maximize on my potential and lose a lot of games so I can just naturally secure that number 1 pick. But if I get that number 2 or 3, it ain't no issue. I got a whole house in the back that I'm willing to offer you right now for that man Wemby. How many does it take? If I offer you 8 picks, be fucking for real. You looking at me in my face right now and you telling me you're rejecting it? Hell no, you're not doing it. 10 picks? You're rejecting it? You can't do that.
So what you're alluding to is you want to see a scenario where the Thunder do that and go
empty the clip. Empty it.
Yeah, I mean, if there was ever a point where you're going to do that, like they can't draft all these players. Like they have more picks than they're realistically able to use. Like this would be the year to do it.
Exactly. You being an idiot's not out. Now, there's probably some NBA rules up in place saying you can't trade more than fucking 3 or 4 or 5. I don't know what the case may be, but
there's not.
No. The rule is that you can't trade a pick that's like 7 years out. There's a limit to how far.
That's for your picks.
Yeah.
The reason
there's a Stein rule. That's a Stein rule, I believe.
Yeah, but like if they listen, they have all the Infinity Stones when it comes to picks, and if they want to say, hey, we have 6 first round picks in the next 2 years, do you want them? Yeah, they can go ahead and do that.
So Isaac, if you're the Utah Jazz GM, I don't know who you are. You're probably Danny Ainge or some twisted shit. I'm so sorry for you, my boy. But if you're Danny Ainge and you have that number 1 overall pick, I'm okay. See, I'm saying press you. I'm trying to make moves, okay? How many picks will it have to take for you to say no for me to get Victor Wembanyama from your hands? Starting out at 8.
I don't know. So okay, we're talking about. I think the important part here is that we're just saying picks, but not all picks are created equal. These aren't the OKC 2021, 2022, 2023 like near picks where they're going to be tanking years. It's like a lot of Clippers picks, a lot of who else they have picks from, like future picks from contenders. Like
yeah, they got Rockets.
Yeah, whoever they have them from, it's like a lot of they have like Bucks picks. Like it's late first round picks that belong to contenders. So like you can give me 6 or 7 of those bitches, and I'd rather have Victor.
Okay, what if I give you the real deal picks, including Chet Holmgren, bro? Because if we're being real, ain't nobody want to see them two play together. I don't want to see that shit.
So you're saying would I say yes to 6 picks, Chet Holmgren, and like their current pick this year?
7,
yeah, I guess 8. Maybe. I mean, how do we even talk about these hypotheticals that are like so outlandish? I suppose.
I know. This is me and my league, my league mind, bro.
If the Thunder really want to get the job done and they want to go and get Wemby, what they have to do is they need to take all the protection off of all the picks, right? I think you see there's so many trades that go on right now with these first round picks, and it's like, hey, they're lottery protected, and if it doesn't turn it into a lottery this year, then it turns into a second next year, and it's just protection after protection. It's worthless, right? But if you say, hey, I will give you 6 to 7 unprotected first round picks, yeah, then we can start. I think that's where the conversation starts if you're one of these tanking teams. For OKC, let's try to like bring it back to their future and kind of what they have on floor this year. So obviously one of the goals is to try and see Shea play for a whole season. That's probably not going to happen because by December
he's already got an injury, bro.
Exactly, but by December we're going to know that they're already tanking. Chet's out for the year.
Damn.
Josh Giddey is going to be the main one where the development is probably going to last from the start of the season to the end of the season. We're going to be able to see like a full season from him. Outside of that, I think that they are on the same wavelength as the Jazz, where you're just trying to figure out who's there that you can trade for picks, right?
I don't know. No, they're definitely trying to develop talent right now. Like they have interesting players that they're gonna like view as part of their core.
Dort, they got Trey Mann, both of the Jalen.
They got Josh Giddey. Obviously, Josh Giddey, SGA, and Chet are like the 3 guys that are for sure in there.
No, and that's all good and well. But you're at the bottom of the conference every single year, right? So eventually, one of these guys is going to have to go. You're going to have to start making some decisions. Is Shea going to be one of the next superstars? Or I say superstars very, very lightly, very loosely. But is he going to be one of the next young stars that's like, yo, get me the hell up out of here. I don't want to be here.
No. I mean, everything we've heard from him is that he wants to be there. No, I mean, that's just like conjecture, assuming like if I was him, I would do that. But like everything heard from him is that like he understands the process and like wants to be part of what they're building. And they're also not that far from competing. Like we said, they have so many picks, they can't draft them all. Like I feel like this is probably the last year they're going to be tanking for the tank for sure. Like this is going to be like the last year they're bottoming out.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Now if like the OKC Thunder are selling the same shit like 2 years from now, then absolutely like that's just bound to happen. But I think Shea understands the game plan, and the game plan like officially should start now. And also it started a couple years ago, but it should end June 23rd or 26th or whenever the NBA draft is. Yeah. That's when it ends. And that's
I'm
when
all for everybody has a plan to end tanking, and then it ends up going longer than you think because losing is just like hard, you know. So that
I guess, but I mean, they have next year. They have Chet. They have whoever they draft this year, and SGA and Giddey. Like they're gonna be a good team. Like you can't tank that hard. Like they're gonna be a good team eventually. Like they're accumulating the talent. Like eventually, it's just like gonna make you naturally better, and you can't tank. And they're heading there pretty soon. Like I'm all for the talk of like, ooh, is this person gonna leave? I love free agency as much as everybody else does, but I feel like the talk around Shea has been the most forced. Like people were like, oh, are they gonna trade him? Is he gonna request a trade? Like there's been no real reason to believe it's gonna happen either way.
Absolutely. Yeah, you guys talk about, or these people talk about Shea as if he's like LaMelo Ball. Like LaMelo Ball, he's another young guard, but like the situations are
done for LaMelo Ball different. Too.
Huh? Nah, not really for me. Would it shock you if LaMelo was like, yeah, I'm not really feeling the vibes. My homie's out for my homie's up in the slammer. Yeah,
he's in year 3. Of course it would shock me.
Nah,
There's no leverage.
It wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me at all.
It would shock me if LaMelo said that. Now,
bro, he's on team control for like 7
But the
more
circumstances
years.
are different though, because like LaMelo started off rip damn near. I think that the Charlotte Hornets were a playoff team. If not a playoff team, they weren't very ass whatsoever. And every year since he's been there, they've regressed.
Shai's been to the playoffs with the Clippers, and he was in the playoffs with the Thunder just 2 years ago.
Yeah, but the circumstances are different, though.
I know, but he's gotten a taste of the playoffs. And so if you look at the landscape of what the Thunder are going to be, and you just look at like, hey, we keep bottoming out at a certain point. Like that's what I'm saying. I can understand the conversation more about Shai rather than LaMelo. But that's neither here nor there. I think with the Thunder, and we're kind of like, while we aren't in agreement on kind of like the future of it, for this season, they're going to be tanking again. They're going to be in the Victor sweepstakes, and they just have to make a move eventually with all those picks, because that's inevitable. And so whatever move that they are going to make, that's the thing in question for OKC.
Yeah. I think the interesting part is, like, even if they don't get Victor, say they get another top 4 pick, maybe it's Scoot, maybe it's one of the other premier guys behind them. That guy, Shai, Giddey, Shet, put you in a place where whoever the next disgruntled young star is, they trade for him. Now we're cooking.
Yeah.
Like, exactly. It doesn't have to be the unloading for Victor this year. They're just in position to unload for wherever the next guy is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right.
I think we can move on to the Timberwolves. I'm tired of talking about the Thunder.
This man could not wait to talk about Rudy Gobert. We know.
Yeah, so we have Isaac's favorite player in the league, Rudy Gobert, and he is now on the Minnesota Timberwolves with Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards, D'Angelo Russell, and yeah, it's a very interesting situation. I'm very intrigued to see what their regular season looks like and how this like Twin Towers is gonna operate. Because now you have Cat, who can kind of play like an offensive 4 to Rudy's, stout defensive rim protecting 5. And you have both of those dynamics. Anthony Edwards is supposed to be making the leap this year that everybody expects. Like, they have a lot of storylines and a lot of things that you're looking at and say like, oh, this could be really, really interesting.
Absolutely. I agree.
They're going to be amazing in the regular season. I was filling out my projections today. I was filling out my projections today for like where I think every team's gonna slot out, because Enjoy Basketball, Kenny's brand, put out like a site you can click on to fill it out. I don't see a scenario where they're not a top 4, maybe top 5 team in the regular season.
Wow.
They have top 4. Wow. Okay.
No, they're gonna be top 4. Like, they have all the things you need to be a good regular season team. Yeah, like they're gonna be.
Do they have
at least
depth?
50 wins? Enough. Like, it's not terrible.
What's their bench?
They have Jordan McLaughlin as the backup point guard. They have Naz Reid. Naz Reid is the backup center. They have let me pull up the roster. They actually do have a really solid bench.
Yeah, you're right. Naz Reid, that McLaughlin dude. I forgot it. I don't know I forgot his first name, but I know who you're talking about. Yeah, that bald dude with the beard.
No, he's good. Don't sleep on him. He's solid.
Yeah.
They have a coach.
With the Timberwolves is
Kyle Anderson.
You said a Kogi?
Don't they still have a Kogi?
No, he's on the Suns now. So Okogie's washed.
No, I'm thinking of Jalen Noel. My bad.
Okay, gotcha.
Noel.
Yeah. I forgot about him. Oh my god, I forgot. Fuck.
Right,
yeah, so they have Austin Rivers, Torian Prince.
Mm-hmm. That is true. I completely forgot about. Yeah, I can't believe you said so. You're nasty for that, bro. But I completely forgot about that. They have Kyle Anderson. They have Jalen Noel, who's also a good player, bro. Damn. Maybe they are a little bit deeper than I thought they were.
Yeah, like, they're good. They have a solid bench. Rudy Gobert brings you regular season wins because he makes you a top 10 defense almost guaranteed. Cat and D'Angelo Russell and Anthony Edwards as the nucleus of your offense, we saw it last year. It leads to good things. Like,
yeah,
there's no reason to have any doubt about them when it comes to the regular season, but there's a lot of fucking reasons to have doubt about them when it comes to the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. One thing that I want to say randomly is that I'm so happy because, I'm happy, but I'm also like kind of like unsure of the future for D'Angelo Russell. I'm happy because, like, this is the first time in a long time that he gets to play with the lob threat like Rudy Gobert. The last person like this he had to play with was Jared Allen, and that was way back when he was a Brooklyn Net and was an all-star and things of that nature. So I think also Darren, you're right. They're going to be a fucking fantastic regular season team just on all levels. It just makes way too much sense. And when it comes to the playoffs, that's when a huge question is going to come up, and that's when the rule will be exposed. What do you think about them, Donovan?
I would say second round. I would have as their ceiling in my opinion. I just think that once they get I think that once they get into the playoffs and they start playing against these teams that can go small, like we've already seen for years what small ball can do to Rudy Gobert. And
are we gonna get into this?
And so I'm not listening.
You better piss off the only Rudy Gobert fan in the world.
I'm not saying that he's not. I'm not saying that he's not great at what he does, but when you play that style of defense, there's obviously like ways that you can exploit it, and he's been able to be exploited in that way. He
hasn't been exploited. The Jazz's defense was exploited because they had no guard defenders, and they were getting constantly blown by where he's having to run around trying to defend everybody.
Exactly.
I guess what you could say is the one
that happens because you have the system set up around him, and so then the system gets exposed because you have
sure. Well, if by the system gets exposed, that means the fact that there's no good guard defenders, and sure, but like the highest of Timberwolves fans will argue that that's not is not an issue with this team, that they actually have really good guard defenders. So if that's the case, I feel like it kind of like negates the biggest weakness of that. The fucking hairball. Yeah, I think the bigger problem, what you're saying is right. I think for the wrong reason though. I feel like the biggest issue isn't the fact that Rudy Gobert can't defend small ball. It's the fact that Karl-Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert together can't defend small ball.
Yeah, that's when they're fucking really cooked, and that's when the Utah Jazz are gonna have to really rely on, the Anthony Edwards leap. Is that how real is that gonna be?
Yeah, but you can't just like outscore everybody every night. Like he's gonna have to learn how to lock up. Karl-Anthony Towns is gonna have to learn how to lock up. D'Angelo Russell is gonna have to learn how to lock up. Like that's 3 guys in your finishing lineup that are gonna have to learn how to play defense, and that's a serious problem. So that's what I'm saying. Once you get into the playoffs and you start getting into these series with players who can play defense and play offense and go both ways, that's gonna be the problem. So that's why I think that their ceiling is the second round.
Yeah, because I think the biggest problem is they're going to have to either get matched up. If they make it the second round, they're probably going to have to face either the Warriors or the Clippers. And those are like, how could they possibly have a chance defending those small teams? If you have Draymond at 5 and then, Wiggins at 4, you want Karl-Anthony Towns to run around defending the Warriors scheme when they have 4 perimeter players and Draymond Green's fast ass out there for
he is barbecue chicken, bro.
Yeah. Like, you could argue that Gobert doesn't have issues for sure, but then you compound that with the issues Cat's going to have on the perimeter where he actually has to be out there full time. Yeah. That's the biggest issue, is that sure they can get Gobert and pick and rolls, but Cat's going to have to do that the entire game, and he's not super well equipped to do that either.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you have both your centers, and one of them who you just traded like a legendary haul for, and now you're kind of handicapping yourself into a style of play that's probably not conducive to winning in the modern NBA, and so it's like, I appreciate you for trying. I don't know how far you're gonna get though. Like you probably swung on the wrong guy.
The chances are better than they were last year. So I mean, you can't really argue that it didn't work. But like, things have to really break right and give them great matchups. Like if they get matched up with the Nuggets, that's probably the best case scenario for them because Gobert can guard Jokic decently well, and then Aaron Gordon isn't the worst matchup for Cat. So if that happens, cool. If they get matched up with the Lakers, that's good for them. But again, those 2 teams, the Warriors and the Clippers, you literally cannot avoid both of them. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, listen, sorry, Minnesota. You're still gonna have a disappointing.
I don't think any Minnesota fans should really have any true aspirations for a championship or anything like that. With the haul that they gave up, you can, what I'm saying, it makes sense.
They do.
Like, bro, that's just, they're going to be heartbroken. And I just want to see them be relevant for a couple of years, but you don't have to win. You just vibe out for now.
Nah, I'm cool.
It'll be nice, though, to see them have, they're going to have some success, though.
For me to be happy.
It's going to be nice to see them get some success in the regular season for sure, though.
Exactly.
There's going to be a lot of there's going to be a lot of vinification for Cat, for D'Lo, for Gobert. People are going to be loving Ant-Man as he leads them to the 2 seed or whatever. Like, it's going to be a good season for them for sure, which is, better than what they could have asked for last year.
Yeah, exactly.
No Cat love from me. No Cat love. We're not doing that.
It's committed to the hater bit.
Oh, for sure. Listen, it's not a bit. It's a lifestyle.
It's not a bit. It's a lifestyle.
This is who I am.
This is who I am.
Exactly.
This shit means something to me.
I think that's all the teams, right? In the Northwest. That's everybody.
Yep.
We made it.
So we can move on to the part we're all here for, the TikTok list. I think we should start off by doing this all-white player draft.
Let's start.
Oh, shit.
Let's start. Let's go.
Do you guys need a list of names, or like, are you good off the top of your head?
No, no. This would be more fun with no thought behind it. I just need the first white basketball players that come to your head.
Okay, so let's get the TikTok hook in.
Shit, this is gonna be a terrible.
Let's draft the best all-time starting fives possible with only white players. So who wants to get? So did I get first pick last time?
I never had the first pick. I've been stuck in the middle twice.
Okay, I've never done second pick. Okay. So Muhammad's first pick, I get second pick. Donovan's third pick again.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, first pick. Y'all may hate me, but I'm going Luka. Sorry. Going Luka.
Okay.
It's a very hot take.
Isaac, go ahead and take him.
Do I want to go Jokic or Larry Bird? I mean, Larry Bird. I gotta go Larry Bird, right? I'll pick him.
Okay, cool. I will take. I listen. I will trade you because I'm taking Jokic here. Yeah, I want Larry Bird on my team. So
too bad.
So yeah, I'll take. Okay, so I'll take Jokic at 5, and then I'll get my point guard as well, and I will get Steve Nash as my point guard.
Damn,
ooh, that's a good one. That's a nasty combo.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pick Dirk as my second pick.
Fuck. Okay.
Larry and Dirk?
I got some offense cooking.
Okay, you got Dirk. I got Jerry West.
Okay.
Jerry West. I don't
you
know.
Can have Jerry. You
can
have Jerry West.
Bro,
I'm losing no sleep, but okay.
Fuck, man. This is tough. All of our defense is ass. Yeah, exactly. Caucasian.
All right,
your turn to give me.
Could you pick?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so I had Jerry West, and now Kevin Love.
Okay.
Kevin Love.
So you got Luka, Love, Jerry West.
Yeah.
You have no fucking defense.
Yeah, bro, this is terrible. I know.
All right, I'm finna get the steal of the draft. Just letting y'all know now. Bill Walton.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Deal with it.
Okay, you got this.
All right. I'm gonna go. We're gonna have a nasty 2 times. Give me Kevin McHale.
Damn.
Okay.
I'll take Kevin McHale, and then
list your team. Who's your?
I have Steve Nash, Kevin McHale, and Jokic.
Okay, it's not bad.
That's nice.
not like crazy defenders, which is where I'm trying to go right now. I have no idea where I'm gonna go. We're just gonna go all offense. I need a shooter, which is every white player ever. And the only one popping into my mind. No. Give me JJ Redick at the 2.
Okay.
Oh my
goodness. You're gonna feel real bad about that pick because I'm gonna pick Manu Ginobili now.
Fuck, man! God damn! I can't have shit. Fuck! Damn! What the fuck?
I'm cooking y'all. Jesus.
I'll live.
Okay. Damn.
What? Prime JJ?
You picked JJ Redick over Manu? You're crazy, bro. You're crazy.
He's nice.
So is it my turn?
He's cool.
Yep.
He's cool. Yeah, he's a cool podcast, but aside of that, bro, come on now.
Who's your picks?
All right, so what other Caucasian? Let me go ahead and open up Google for real though. Okay.
I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah. Oh God. We're short as hell right now, bro. Our defense is atrocious right now.
I just Googled greatest white point guards of all time.
Okay, I got. He looked good. I'm not picking no goddamn John Stockton. He gonna be messed up to the max. Okay, I got Rick Barry.
Dang, that's I'm a good pick. To get y'all no more.
You got another pick, Mo?
Oh wait, so my team is Luka. Thank God, I got Luka. Who's my 2 again?
Rick Barry.
I had Luka.
Oh, Jerry West. Yeah. You got Jerry West.
Yeah, Luka, Jerry West, Rick Barry, Kevin Love. So I need a big man, huh? And you got Bill Walton. Damn. Dirk Nowitzki's already gone. You said what?
So, yep, I do.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie.
I know exactly who you should pick, but I won't say it.
Yeah, I know. I know you're not going to say it. I'm best white players in NBA history. Let's do this live.
There's like 4 good bigs left. There's 2 sets of related bigs that nobody's picked yet. I'll just say that.
Really?
No, I know.
Really?
But
You
they
know
don't.
who?
They don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit with.
Is it Ryan Anderson?
Yeah, there it is.
No, I'm just kidding.
Come on,
okay.
chop it up. It's a TikTok.
Can I pick Blake Griffin or no?
No.
We're not counting
Blake
that?
Griffin is a black man. What are we doing?
Dude, fuck. I genuinely don't know, bro. Fuck. I genuinely don't.
Okay,
hold on. Okay, hold on.
Okay, hold on.
This is bad radio. You're killing our podcast.
Okay, hold on. I got you. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and go with. Fuck, I'm trying to kill so much time, bro. I genuinely don't know. I'm cooked.
Man, if you don't fucking pick Marc Gasol.
Oh, Marc Gasol. Fuck,
Damn.
I can't believe I.
All right, come on. Let's keep it moving.
Take it. You get Marc Gasol.
Yeah, thank you. You gave me that. Thank you.
I'm gonna pick John Stockton, and I clearly had the best team here.
Ew.
All right, we good?
I gotta do it.
All right.
Yep.
We will go with the deep cut, and I'm gonna fill out my three. We're going straight offense. One of the best shooters of all time, Drazen Petrovic.
That's a good pick.
Drazen Petrovic at the three. We're going straight shooting, all stereotype team. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
All right, so let's just list our teams out. I have John Stockton, Manu Ginobili, Larry Bird, Dirk Nowitzki, Bill Walton.
All right,
cool. I low-key might have the best possible all-white man team besides Jokic.
I have Steve Nash, JJ Redick, Drazen Petrovic, Kevin McHale, and Jokic. It's not bad.
I like that. That's
okay.
Nice. Yeah, mine is probably the worst. Admittedly, mine is probably the worst. I got Luka, I got Jerry West, I got Rick Barry, I got Kevin Love, and for my 5, I got Marc Gasol. It's not that bad, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know who's going to get the second best team between you two in the comments. Obviously, I won. I don't know who won between you two.
Obviously, I won.
Let's leave it up to the comments.
Come on. Obviously, I fucking won. Y'all let me get John Stockton the last pick. You explicitly stated you weren't going to take him. I was like,
no, yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm definitely not. He's so overrated, bro. If I wanted a white player, I'd rather pick fucking Ricky Rubio over him.
I had to pick between him and Alex Caruso, though, so it was an easy pick.
Alex Caruso's crazy. Crazy, bro.
I needed a point guard bad. All right, that's going to bang on TikTok. That's going to be funny.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So for our next TikTok bit, I'm going to list some NBA players. You let me know if you would trade them for the number 1 pick to draft Victor Wembanyama.
Let's go.
Devin Booker.
Yes.
Out
in
of
a
here.
heartbeat.
Gone.
Yup. Send him away.
Damn.
Take him to Alcatraz. I don't care.
All right. What about Scotty Barnes?
Absolutely. Easy.
Yes. I think I would trade him.
Part B.
Okay. No hesitation.
No hezzy.
It would be a little bit of hesitation, but that would be like, nah, Vic's different though. Like, so,
fair enough.
So
Jason Tatum.
No.
This is the hard one.
No, I would not trade Jason
Probably
Tatum.
not. Jason Tatum is a finished product. Is going to be good for so damn long. Probably not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Vic could definitely be better than him, but Jason Tatum's a sure thing. He's already going to be a top 10 player for a while. You got to go with him.
And also, if Vic does end up being better than Jason Tatum, how much better can he really be better than Jason Tatum? I don't know.
Listen.
He can be a lot better than Jason Tatum if things break right.
Vic's. Whew.
Yeah, this man's different. Okay.
He is different.
Joel Embiid.
No, I'm not trading.
I am probably trading
injury risk.
How old is Joel?
Like 29.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I'll trade him.
I don't know if Joel Embiid's gonna be like a top 5 center or not top 5. That's crazy, bro. I don't know if Joel Embiid's gonna be like a top 2 player in the next top 2 center in the next like 4 years. So I'm definitely gonna go ahead and make that trade.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I don't think I would trade Embiid, but I can understand if you do. But that's tough.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards.
Yes.
Yeah. I'd scratch my neck on that.
People aren't going to like that, but
listen,
I think I would have to do it.
He's great for House of Highlights, right? He's going to be on the Instagram reels.
He's great for House of Highlights.
On the Instagram reels, he's going to be fantastic. But I want to win. I think Vic can get me there more than Ant.
Yeah. John Morant.
No, I'm not trading John.
Trading John's tough.
I'm not. It's the same thing that we were talking about with Tatum, in that like Ja's already on his way up the NBA ranks, and he's going into what, year 4? Year 4? He's not even right. He's not even like 25.
MVP conversations. You're right. I can't do that. That's just putting way too much stock into Victor.
This man's a capper. Before the show started, Mo said he would easily trade Ja Morant for Victor.
Yep, he's switching up
I had
on
to throw
camera.
you off your feet. I had to throw you
up
off
on camera.
Bro. Absolutely. I switch up all the time, and I'm proud with it too.
That's funny. Yeah, it's tough. Like the lengths you'd go to trade for Victor is definitely a nice litmus test of where people's heads are at. Like,
yeah,
he could be anything or he could be nothing. Like at this point, like he could be so good, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think you'd be crossing the line if you were to go ahead and trade already established stars like fucking a Ja or a Jason Tatum or Trae Young or fucking like a Giannis or something, anything of that nature.
You can trade Trae Young. You can.
You're crazy as you can trade Trae Young.
He's not that good.
No, you're trolling me right now. Get the fuck out of here.
He's going bald.
Dude, oh my god. No, I think you saw that video? He took a shower, okay?
What?
I don't know what the fuck you're referencing.
Oh, there's a video that Hawks fans are talking about, and it looks like Trae cut his hair or whatever, because he looks like the most baldest anyone has ever seen. And a bunch of like Caucasian people are coming to his fence. Oh no, our hair just looks like that after we shower. Yeah. But they're just coming to his fence. Oh, our hair looks like that after we shower sometimes. Just thins out a little bit. I don't know. Isaac, maybe you can attest to that.
Notably a Caucasian person, I guess. Okay. We got one more TikTok segment.
Let's go.
Okay. I'm going to list some NBA players, and you tell me, how do I phrase this? I want us to do a little bit of our imagination, let it run wild, and imagine the perfect scenario for these star players and where we'd want to see them play.
Okay.
I think that'd be fun. So I'm going to list some NBA players. You let me know if you could put them on any team in the league, who it would be.
Let's go.
Okay.
Luka Doncic.
I would. Oh, dang. All right.
The Milwaukee Bucks.
I'm going with the Nuggets. I got to go with the Nuggets. I got to see him and Jokic together.
You crazy so. I think the Bucks are a better duo than that.
Maybe, but him and Jokic, they just fit so well. You know, the European thing, I got to see it.
Yeah, well, that is true, bro. Them lobs are going to be nasty, and I think that Giannis and Jokic... I said Giannis and Jokic. I just caught myself right there. I think that Doncic and Giannis will feed off of each other even better than what Jokic and Donovic will be. And I said Donovic. What the fuck? And what's his name again? Doncic can do.
I'm with you, Mel. Though I think I'll say Milwaukee. I think Luka and Giannis would be crazy.
Yeah. Disgusting. Okay. What about Kawhi Leonard?
Ooh, Kawhi Leonard. I would put him on the Memphis Grizzlies. That would be fun as hell.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
On the Grizzlies?
Warriors, you all right. Yeah, I say Grizzlies. That would be fun as hell, bro. Could you imagine fucking Ja doing a gritty or whatever, like getting hype and Kawhi just stale faces fucking the corner? I'll put that.
I want to see him on the Lakers so we get to see what we're pump faked from what we almost saw a few years ago when he was barely considering going there. I want to watch that. No. AD, LeBron, Kawhi, give me that, please.
With Russell Westbrook still hogging up?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good on that.
Send Russell Westbrook to the G League Ignite. I don't care.
How many points would Russ average in the G League? Is he a 30-point per game scorer?
Damn, you crazy. That disrespect is crazy. Isaac, make that a TikTok right there. Oh my god.
Yeah, with 52.
Yeah, oh my god. Crazy.
Okay. What about Zion Williamson?
Put
Ooh,
him
Hawks.
Put
him on the Hawks.
That's what I was gonna say. Put him on the Hawks.
There's this one video of Zion Williamson touching, and I think he double tapped and knocked on the Hawks lottery desk twice. A couple of days before the draft, and that literally resonated and lives rent free in every Hawks fan's mind.
To be
Hawks
fair,
immediately.
I'm cool with that.
To be fair, pre-draft, it looked like he wanted to go anywhere except for New Orleans, and so he would have been happy anywhere. But I'm with you. Trae Young is
it's a good pick.
If Trae Young is dancing, taking step backs, taking step back threes, him and Trae and Zion running pick and rolls, lobbing from half court.
Fuck. You can't stop that. From lobbing from half court, Zion could do that. You can't stop that. Oh my god.
What about Jaylen Brown?
Ew.
Yeah, you gonna end it off like this? Damn. That's how you got in the clip.
Zion is like Jaylen
I can't just pick all the best players in the league. We gotta mix it up.
Listen, my bad. I forgot. He's a top 20 player in the league. So
apparently,
I'll put some respect on his name.
There we go.
I'm gonna put him on the Cavs. I feel like exactly what they need is that wing who can play defense and create a little bit. Put him right in the middle of that lineup with the two bigs and the two guards. Oh my god.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm gonna go ahead and show. So I'm gonna show.
This
him
one should
some
be
love.
easy. He fits on every team.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go ahead and show the Sacramento Kings some love. I'm gonna go ahead and put them on the Kings. They have no reason to not make the playoffs. They can finally
Get the
end
fuck
that
out
job.
of my face.
Kill it.
Kings.
Okay, I'm putting him on the Miami Heat. I would want to
like
see
that better.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's a good one. Him and Jimmy's nice.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
That's funny. Man, I said the Kings.
Yeah.
That's putting him on the Kings is nastier than even asking the question.
Bro.
Okay, what about DeAndre Ayton?
I wanted to see him go to Detroit earlier in this offseason.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
I think we can still make that work. So I'll put him in Detroit.
I will put him on the Indiana Pacers next to Tyrese. I love that fit. Next to Tyrese.
What could have been?
Mathurin.
Okay.
Solid. He can fit anywhere, bro.
Yeah. I want to see him on the Trailblazers with Damian Lillard. I feel like that'd be a super nice fit. Give him a talented big for the first time. I'm with it.
Nice.
Oh, my God. I love that pick. That's nasty.
What about Donovan Mitchell?
Donovan Mitchell.
I want to see him on the Toronto Raptors. I think
Okay.
I think if they had the elite backcourt scoring to go along with Scotty Barnes' jump and Pascal Siakam, who's already all NBA, that's a team. That's a squad.
I like that.
I want to see him on the Nets in the role that James Harden was next to the. I want to see him on the Nets in the role that James Harden was in next to Kyrie and KD. I feel like if we get to see them longer with that 3-headed dragon, beautiful.
That'd be crazy.
That would be nuts. I can't even think of a team that I'm like, oh shit, damn. Donovan Mitchell. I'm drawing blanks right now, y'all. I'm drawing dead ass blanks right now. Donovan Mitchell. Why not go ahead and throw him on a team?
This is about to be nasty too. I can feel it.
The Wizards.
It's not gonna be nasty. Yeah, go ahead and throw him. How'd you know? The fuck? How'd you know? Yeah,
you going with Orlando?
Yeah, they're the worst offense in the entire NBA. Throw him on Orlando. Throw him in Orlando, bro. That'll be fun. For the vibes,
I guess.
Fun? I don't know if that's the right word, but okay.
Yeah, that's a nasty take. I ain't gonna lie. You caught me.
That's funny. That's all the things we got today. Actually, let me say the hook one more time for TikTok because I feel like people are gonna be like, none of this is realistic. So we got to make sure we address that. I'm gonna list some NBA players. You let me know what the perfect team you want to see them on. And it doesn't have to be realistic.
Cool.
We got that out there. I think we're done. I don't have any more segments. Anything else y'all want to talk about?
Fire podcast. Nah, y'all want to talk about
I think we're good. Season starts next week. I'm so excited.
Yep. Next week we got a preview episode. We're gonna go over all of our awards predictions. We're gonna project the standings. It's gonna be a real fun one.
That's gonna be spicy. Yeah. Hey, and in the next episode too, there are no takebacks. We're going to reference next season off of next episode too. So, or at the end of the season. So you guys can't miss that.
100%.
All right, the episode's over now.